at the
So
Goodwill
we'll see what
down by
happens.
the shore
And if I
today,
can
and we're
record,
going to
great.
go in
If
and see
not,
what
we'll
I
see.
find
We'll
there.
record another day.
So,
All right.
it's
See you in a minute.
Saturday. I don't know that this is going to be posted today, but it is a Saturday. So I'm going in, and it's actually in the afternoon. So I don't know if we're going to find anything, but we're going to give it a go. Let's see. So I picked up a couple things. I picked up that purse for myself, these Tommy Bahama pants that were linen, and they're kind of nice. They're already listed. I'll pop the listing up. And I picked up a pair of, they were $8.49, but I think they were half price actually. And then these Talbot pants with butterflies all over them. Look at that embroidery, so cute. They're petites and plus size, which is a good thing. And then these loveys, look at the loveys here that I picked up. There's a bunch of loveys in this bag for a great price, so I picked them up. And then I picked up a pair of Tommy Bahama linen pants, and I picked up that woven purse. That's for me. And then I'm looking through the racks just to see what else there was, because I was just seeing if there were any other interesting things that I could pick up, and these were all things that didn't appeal to me at all. So then I headed on back into another part of the store because there were just a couple, stretch pants here. There was a pair of, those are Athleta, which is an okay brand, but they were extra small, which is a pain to get rid of, so I didn't get those. And then I checked these pants out. These look pretty nice. I did not recognize the maker. I did look them up, but they didn't really have a great sell-through, so I ended up leaving those there. And there was a pair of Rachel Zoe pants here. I think these are them. And I looked those up too. Also not a great sell-through. So anyway, I went through some more clothing here in the women's rack, and I didn't find anything that made me smile. So I ended up going in hard goods. So here we are in hard goods. And I looked at this loaf pan. It was really interesting. It's sort of like a challah pan. And I was seeing if it was anything decent. I'm trying to look at the name on it. I was seeing if it was Nordic Ware, which is a really good brand to pick up. It was not. And I did debate about it because I do like making breads and stuff. But I generally do my challah freeform, so I just left it. Next I find these, look at the cork in the corner there. You see the cork? Yeah, so I'm looking at those placemats, and then I saw these milk glass salt and pepper shakers, but they went a little much for them. So I ended up looking up here, and I'm terrible with the camera sometimes, but these were Paris, cork backed, very heavy. So I'm guessing they were Pimpernel. But they had tape across the front of them, and I was concerned that in getting that tape off, I was going to mess up the finish on the top. So I ended up leaving them there. They had a lot of edge wear as well. So there's some Day of the Dead stuff, and there's a little cup. I was seeing if it was like a Yeti or anything fun. It was not. So I just kept looking around to see what else there was. There was some more cork back stuff there. These were just cork rounds with Christmas decorations on them. They were kind of cute. So first I'm going to take a look at some of these purses and see if there's anything exciting in this rack of things. And they don't have as much as they usually do, but they do have some cute things. But I'm not finding a whole lot in the way of name brands, and looking at things one-handed is always a challenge. So don't mind the lousy work here as far as holding the phone. So I am trying to, that was a Tiganello, and I hadn't heard of that. And the trouble with recording on my phone is I can't look things up. And so sometimes I'll just toss them in my cart and look them up later. That was a Vera, but it was a little beat. And I have a couple Veras in my inventory right now. Another brand I didn't know, but it was a nice denim bag. There's a little organizer tote back there. Reminds me of 31, but I don't think it was. And here was the untangling. I was trying to get to one bag on this rack that was really cute. And I had to like move about 15 racks, which is why you're getting these weird angle shots. Sorry, because I'm trying to move things with my one hand. Ah, there we go. So I just wanted to get one bag, and there's like 12 of them. So this was really pretty. I'm trying to see inside of it and the branding and doing all this one-handed. This is an Emma James bag, and it was really cute. But they were asking like almost $8 for some of these bags, and that can be good on some things. That was new and it still had its tags. I did throw the Etta James into the bag to look it up later. And I also, I think in this store, looked at some Coach bags, but I ended up not getting any of these. Now I'm over in the handy dandy plush aisle. Now this particular Goodwill, which is the one, a big one that's actually not too far from my house, has about 3 rows of toys and things. So there's always lots of things. This is an Xavier Roberts fur skin, and I actually have looked up one of those before, and they're not worth very much. That's Snowy Owl, so cute. I was very tempted. The market is very saturated with squishies right now. There are a couple that are really good still, so always look them up. These were some Japanese porcelain dolls, and they were really pretty. As a person who loves dolls, but dolls are another thing that don't move very quickly. There are exceptions, but you gotta look. There's a Sully in a Christmas hat, and that little duck is a Scentsy, and I think I did pick him up and look him up, but he wasn't worth much. There are a couple lamb chops in here, and lamb chops do well too, but I actually have 2 right now, so I decided to wait it out. That was a Manhattan Toy Bunny Rabbit, and I looked him up too. I have literally, I think, 18 things of plush right now. But this was very tempting. Now, these all were Christmas Squishmallows. There was a Nutcracker and a Angel and a little tin soldier. And I did look them up, and sadly, they weren't worth very much. Even as a group, which I thought 3 of them like together might be good, but not for what they were asking for them. So they got to stay at the store. Broke my heart too. I really liked them. So there's some people in the aisles. I'm trying to avoid looking at them. That was a Story Buddy. It's a little storytelling bear, like a Teddy Ruxpin, but a more recent version of it. And there was a lady in the aisle coming towards me with small children, so I ended up backing up and going around the other way. There was another lamb chop. And as you can see, there's just so much stuff on these shelves. It's overwhelming. This is very much like the Goodwill up by where my daughter works. Also a huge Goodwill. So this was a teddy bear company. And a little Christmas hedgehog, I think that was. Or porcupine. That thing had long legs, whatever it was. It's like a tigery kind of thing with long legs. And a little duck. He was electronic, but try not to pick up any electronic things right now. There are a lot. So this is some toys that I did pick up. As you can see, these are in the back of my car. So this is a little bag of toys. There were these little ball things in there, and I actually had some of these from another lot that I picked up, so that was a container to hold them. Some were McDonald's, but that's like Battle something or another. And then there was this bag down in the that you see in there. This was all like vintage Christmas. That was Mary Engelbreit dolls. So I picked that up. And then also here in this bag over here, because we're in my trunk right now. So that was $5.99. I think there were 7 things in there. And then this one, I got a pair of Hokas in there in excellent condition for, I think, $7.99 or $8.99. And they were sold comps of about $100 on those, so that was great. And then this little box here was bag with a bunch of toys, and there's dollhouse furniture in there, which is always a good pick. And I think the whole bag was $10. And there were lots of little creatures and things in there too, and a baby doll. There were actually 2 baby dolls, but one was very broken. That one there is the little girl there is a Doc McStuffins doll, but when I got her out, her front of her toes had been eaten by dogs. They were all gone, so she was a loss. But most of the stuff in there was good, so you'll be seeing that going up. So that was all I picked up at this Goodwill, but I then go over to another Goodwill in the next video, so you'll see that soon. Okay, so now we're looking in dresses. We're in a new Goodwill. We're at the one near the college. Sadly, their prices are a little high here, so you'll see me looking for green labels because green and yellow are tags of the day. But I do get 15% off because it was a Tuesday and I'm old. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to get the discount, so that's all that matters. So that was an Ann Taylor loft, and these were actually pretty small sizes. And I'm just kind of perusing to see what there is. And there was a couple cute things that I looked at. That was cute. It was like a little check, but it was Forever 21. It still had tags on it though. And then this pink one caught my eye. It was like a crisscross, low cut, weird. It was weird. I would have had a hard time wearing it. It was pink lily. Well, I'm not a small, but if I was a small, I think anybody, unless they were a busty small, would have had a tough time with that shirt. It was $10, $9.49. Might as well call it 10. And that was pretty. I always like bright colors, and that didn't have a tag, so that got to stay. So nothing on this side. I decided I'm going to go and look on the other side for a little bit. And I was explaining to my aunt about the weirdness of that top. And normally there are no green tags when I come here on a Tuesday. Our sale days are Sundays. I'm in church on Sundays, so I don't usually get to do them where all the tags are $1. That was a Lucky Brand Paisley. And again, a red tag, $9.49. And almost all the dresses are $9.49. Doesn't matter if they're worth that or not. That's Ambience, $9.49, but that had a green tag. So I was just seeing what that was. That was an Anne Klein little tank dress. I do find a couple dresses in here. I think I ended up picking up 2 or 3. But you'll see me pick up 2 in a couple seconds here. That's Divided, which I think is Walmart brand. This was a Mere O'Kitty. Never heard of them. And it was stripes going the way I don't like, but this one was a keeper, a Max Azaria. And look at the lace work on this. It is gorgeous. It's like a cream color. It was a red tag, so but I'll get 15% off. And look how pretty that is. It's just beautiful. So I did grab that. I think it was a medium. Look at the ruffles. It was really pretty. So that went in the cart. And then the very next one I touch, look at this one. Lo and behold, it is Boden. Boden is a European brand, and this was a really cute little, summer dress. Again, a red tag, but I'll get 15% off, so that's good all day. So it'll come in around $8 or so. Oh, excuse my yawning. And so I threw that in the cart as well. So we keep looking, and we find a few more interesting things. That was I think Pagano. That was Shane. That was a Pretty Little Thing. That was one of those sneaky, sexy, ruche dresses. This was not anything I would ever like. It was pretty long sleeve, matronly. Meh. I'm sure it would look cute on, but meh. I was much more interested in the pretty wild colored dress that was in front of it. That was not anything special. That had a green tag. So I did check this out, and there was no actual designer tag on it. This was and it was like a custom dress, but it was very not well made. And embroidered fabric. So I kept looking, see what else I could find. It was mini dress. And I finished up on the racks, and then we headed back into the hard goods section. But I was on a hunt because I found 2 good things, so I was determined to see if I could find a couple more. Mosimo. I couldn't even talk. And usually I don't find anything with green and yellow tags, but actually that was an express dress. I did find a couple things with green and yellow tags today. But look, I love this one. Look at the cutouts on that. So cute. I would totally wear that. It was just adorable. Little yellow shirt dress. Sorry that I'm not showing you very good pictures of it. It's a Wild Fable. I want to say that's like a Target brand, maybe. This was Sally Gossip. But look at that pattern. That's a bit much for me. It's a little Pennsylvania Dutchy, and that's a loft dress. I did like this one. This was Rabbit. It was like that slinky material you can pack. Not my size, or I would have definitely grabbed it because I love stuff like that. It's super comfy. And I do have a rabbit dress in my thing. It was a size 6'11". I'm not sure what that is. If anybody knows, let me know. Charlotte Russe, little dressy dress, little purple JL cotton dress. So we were talking about that rabbit. That's a new look, petite, in a buffalo check. Never my favorite buffalo checks. That was a little bit of wild. So now we're in the hard goods, and there's glassware and lots of glasses, but these were amber, like bourbon glasses. They were pretty. They were heavy, old. They wanted $4.49 for them. And I was determined I wasn't picking up any glassware today. There's some Christmas things and some saucers. But guess what? I picked up some things today. Those were really cute, and there were 2 sets of them, cups and saucers. They were made in California. Definitely vintage. But again, I was determined I wasn't picking up any glassware until I did. So, and I'll show you what I picked up as we go along here. But I didn't pick those up. But they were cute. So, and as I was looking at those, Mickey found a second set down on the shelf below. And then you see down there by her feet, that was a gravy boat and a platter, and it was Noritake, and I did pick those up. So this is an egg tray, and this is made by a home artist person. And then this was really pretty. This was made in Austria. It was $2.99. I don't know if it was a bone dish or a trinket dish, but it was cool, and it was shaped interestingly. Usually bone dish is kind of shaped like the curve of your plate, like a half moon. But this was cool. And for $2.99, I thought, I maybe should pick it up. But I ended up leaving it because, again, the plan was I wasn't going to. But that Noritake got me because there was quite a bit of it, and it was nice. So anyway, this stayed, and we moved on to the next area. So Mickey Mouse spoon rest, and this was beautiful bowl, except it wasn't a bowl. It wasn't a bowl. It was a cake lid without a bottom, and it's Temptations, which actually doesn't have a very good sell rate. So it also got to stay at the Goodwill. It's pretty though. Very, very pretty. I do have some of my own Temptations at home. So then we move on to the next thing, which was a trick. It's Pyrex. It's Pyrex. Look at the Pyrex. But it's not Pyrex. It's glass bake. Vintage. Cool. Different patterns. They both were glass bake. I looked them both, little casserole dishes. And I did stop and look them up, but sadly, no value there. Sure. Well, they're like Pyrex, but they're not. And they don't have any resale value, so they stayed. So here we are in the clear glass, and there's some candlesticks, lots of pretty things. This is just beautiful, this particular piece. I am looking at the bottom because it's crystal, and it has to be something. There has to be signature, but of course there's not. But look how beautiful that is. It is just pretty. And it was heavy, and it got to stay, though. Someone else got it. It's a little butter dish. And a whole bunch of little bowls. That milk glass was gorgeous too, but look how big it is. It was a lot, and I still ended up picking up big things. This was a pretty pressed glass vase, and it just was really pretty. I love the pattern on it. I thought it was cut glass, but it wasn't very sharp on the top. So we have some crystal ball with a ring on it. By the way, I got like 12 of those for my wedding when I married my husband Joel. This was a little crystal dish that was used as a votive that apparently had a terrible fire. So, but there were some really pretty things there. So I was just kind of looking, a little cloche dish for cheese or butter, some more glass platters, and down the bottom there is another piece of that Noritake. So I ended up finding quite a bit of the Noritake and ended up picking that up because it wasn't awful. So that's a covered casserole dish. And then you'll see me heading over into another section of the store. So this is still in hard goods, but there's just some different things going on here. So now we're finishing up in the hard goods. There were some thermoses and different things. And as I turn the corner here, we're going to see there's like, I'm trying not to bang things because I did put some Noritake in my thing. I'll talk about that in a minute. But look at this little duck. It's a jam jar. It's so cute. I ended up not getting it. I debated. It was $4. But look at those eyelashes. Oh my God, it was adorable. And I went back and forth about it. And I ended up leaving it there because I already picked up some big stuff. So I hope somebody appreciates me putting it back because somebody else I'm sure picked it up because it's cute as heck. Anyway, and then as we turn the corner here, they're going into the electronic department, and first there's like kitchen stuff there, napkins and napkin rings, and there's a butter crock and some coasters, and then there's some plastic plates and a chip and dip, and then up here we're going to see there's a crock pot without a lid, but next to it there's a NuWave oven. Now I did not pick this up, it was like $10.99 or something, but you can part these out and get really good money for them. So if you see them and you're in the mood to store them and do that, do that. So that was all that we found here, and I'll talk about the comps at the end. Thanks for watching.